You have the freedom and the free will to choose for yourself, no matter how others may feel about that. You can choose how you want to style your hair. You can choose the hobbies that you're interested in, what you do with your time. If you like horror movies or rom-coms, or if you like both of them, you get to decide the expanse of your personality. And, it is also good to know that sometimes when we do make those decisions for ourselves, that other people can try to change our minds in a way that benefits them. But right now we're taking the power back. We are going to make this just about you, not about anybody else, because, other times I've talked about other people, we're going to bring that back to ourselves, because, when you are just making the decisions for yourself, it doesn't matter who's happy or who's sad. And when we get into that mode, we can really start putting our happiness onto other people and completely neglect ourselves. So today we're going to talk about ourselves, no matter how that sounds, but getting back to yourself and knowing that it starts with you. In order to help other people, in order to be there for other people, you need to be taking care of yourself. So as I say all this as a recovered people pleaser, I'm Julia. Welcome. I help to guide others to live in their authenticity and to make the decisions that are for themselves. But the first step in doing that, in breaking free from those people-pleasing habits, is to recognize that the power lies within you. That you have all of that. You have the control over your life. You don't need to feel helpless or stuck in a situation, because you're not. In your own life, you're not. You can make the decision at any time, even though sometimes it can really, really feel that way. Sometimes I can still feel really stuck and feel like I'm not making the right decisions. But when I work through those emotions, when we work through those emotions and our feelings of feeling stuck, and we look for solutions to those problems, and we even ask for help when we need it, that is when we're taking the power back in our lives and we're doing something for ourselves. But that is the first step, recognizing your power and recognizing that you have the option to say yes or no whenever it feels right to you in every single situation. Like, I made the decision to drive over here. I make the decision to do my hair a certain way. All of these decisions lie within me, and you have the same decisions to make too for yourself. And again, that is really, really freeing. That can be really, really exciting, because you get to dictate and to curate however you want your life to look. And, by taking that power back for yourself, by that I mean reflecting on your life and noticing when you've allowed someone else to decide for you. So I have a few examples. I have a few questions. These may or may not relate to you, but are you in a career that your parents have chose for you, that, deep down you just absolutely hate? Are you around the same friends that you've known since second grade who haven't really genuinely asked you how you're doing in years, but you just stay close to them because you've known each other for so long? What are the situations you are allowing yourself to be in just to please others, even though you know deep down that you are miserable and you're hiding a deep, important part of yourself, your authentic self? Recognizing all of those situations is the first step to taking your power back. And the next step is to actually just do something about it. It is to, like I said, if you hate your career, what is something that you want to switch your career to? And how can you learn about that second thing, your dream career, while you are still in this career? And also switching careers when you have that confidence, when you have that stability and you have something to fall back on. Because I'm not just going to tell people to up and leave their jobs and, do anything that is sort of unstable in this economy. Like, I feel like that would be bad advice. So while you are at your job, figure out something that you can learn about. Take the little steps to do something every single day that is bringing you closer towards your dream career and what it is that you truly want to do. And sometimes it can be scary starting over, but you're not really starting over, and you are coming from your past experience with those lessons, that knowing, those skills. Because, like I was just saying with the career, if you were in your last career and it was an office job, you could be going to a new career with those people skills, those professional skills, that way to talk to people in a professional manner that you can bring to maybe, say, like a catering business. If you want to start your own catering business, for example, you can bring all of those people skills into your next job. You're not starting from nothing. You are starting from experience. You are taking a new route with your gained experiences and your lessons on all of those things that you've learned about yourself. So even though there's a lot of knowledge that you might need to gain in your new career or in your new life, there is also a difference between being fully drained at a job that you hate and being drained at a job that you love. Because when you're at a job that you hate, just one difficult day can make it feel like you don't want to go in the next day. You can lose focus, you can lose all care for that job. And I've experienced that in the past. I've been with and worked with employees and like people who, co-workers, that's what they're called, co-workers who absolutely hated the job and were not coming back in the next day because they absolutely hated it. But when you're drained at a job that you love, you are going to have that purpose and that sense of belonging that is going to keep pushing you, because that is somewhere that you need to be. And that sense of belonging comes with a sense of freedom, because you are choosing for yourself. You are choosing your dream career, you are choosing your friends, you are choosing your family, and knowing that all of those decisions are up to you to make. And it also depends on somewhat how you feel about yourself. If you are confident in yourself enough to create a new friend group for yourself, to find your right people, to find your right career, because sometimes there can be fear in, again, feeling like you're starting over, quote unquote, feeling like you're just starting from scratch, you're completely shifting. But know that you do have that knowledge within you. You do have that power, and it can be exciting also learning something for the first time. So you can also flip your perspective, flip the script on that, and know that you are just learning something new, and you are doing something that is really, really calling to you, because not a lot of people do that. Again, we can go through years of having fears and not actually taking that first step. So recognize and celebrate yourself for pushing through those fears and allowing yourself to start something different. No matter what phase of your life you're at, no matter what age you're at, starting something new should be celebrated, and also doing something that feels right to you should be celebrated as well. And know that, when you're confident in yourself and your choices, it doesn't matter who is going to agree with you and who doesn't agree with you, because you know that you are making the decisions that are right for your path only. You're not making the decisions that somebody else wants you to make for their path. You're doing what is right for you. And also know that the people who are meant to be with you are going to sit alongside you, and they're going to be there supporting you authentically without any ulterior motives. Because like I said at the beginning, there can be some times where people want us to do what is right for them, not what is right for ourselves. So know that there are going to be people that are going to be supporting you authentically and genuinely, and anybody else can just see themselves out. They don't need to stick around. So remember that it is your life, and to also make those decisions for you, for yourself, not for anybody else. And recognize that, you have that power. So that was my everything for today. I feel like I want to get more into like the people pleasing kind of stuff, because that can be difficult. And I do know that a lot of us deal with that, have dealt with that, are maybe currently still going through it and trying to figure out a way out of that. But like I said, first, it just starts with recognizing your power and taking those steps. Little steps, even day by day. It doesn't have to be overnight. It can be something that you're working on for months, years down the line. But knowing that you have that power. You can say no. You can say yes when it feels right to you. And it can be scary, the backlash. That can be scary. Like I've said in other videos, that some of that retaliation and the reaction from others can be scary, and it can even deter us from making any decisions in the first place. So that's going to be something that I'm going to talk about later on. But that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you watched all the way through. Let me know if you did. If this resonates with you, feel free to like, subscribe, share this with a friend, comment, let me know what's going on with your life. But I hope I see you next time. Bye for now.